Now children, today we will be learning the converse of the theorem that we learnt in part 3 of chord properties. Right? Now let me revise what we learnt in part 3. We have learnt that equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center, which means that if the chords are equal, they will be equidistant. Now the converse. Equidistant chords of a circle are equal. So that means if you know that the chords are equidistant from the center of the circle, then you can conclude that the chords are equal. So can you understand now the converse part of it? So earlier we have learned equal chords are equidistant from the center of the circle. Now we will learn that chords which are equidistant from the center of a circle are equal. Okay, so here we know the chords are equidistant. We will verify whether the chords are equal or not. Okay, so according to our convenience, we number this theorem as 4. Okay, so this is the converse of the theorem that we learnt in part 3. In part 3 we learned equal chords are equidistant from the center. Now we will say equidistant chords. Equidistant chords, equidistant from where? From center. So equidistant chords from the center of a circle are equal. Okay, so earlier we were given that we knew that the chords are equal and we verified that they are equidistant from the center. Now we know that they are equidistant from the center, that means their perpendicular distance from the center are equal, we know that, and we will verify whether the chords are equal or not. So for that, let us draw the diagram. Okay, so we have a circle with center O. We know two chords are there, AB and CD, which are equidistant from the center. Equidistant from the center means the perpendicular distance of each of the chord from the center of the circle are equal. So that means again we have two chords, but we only know that the chords are equidistant from the center. So let us again take two chords, say AB. Here we are not aware whether they are equal or not. We will verify whether the chord AB and say chord CD are equal or not. Here what we know, equidistant. That means if perpendiculars are drawn, that is OP is drawn perpendicular to AB and OQ is drawn perpendicular to CD, then we know, because they are equidistant, so we know OP is equal to OQ. Now what will we verify? We will verify whether chord AB is equal to chord CD or not. That is what we are going to verify. So here what is already given, again I repeat, in the theorem that we learnt in part 3, we knew chord AB is equal to chord CD and we proved that the perpendicular distance of each of the chord from the center is equal. Here we are aware that the perpendicular distances are equal of these two chords and we will verify that chord AB is equal to chord CD or not. Okay, so here given chord AB and CD, we have two chords of a circle with center O. Also we know that OP is equal to OQ and OP is perpendicular to AB and OQ is perpendicular to CD. That also we know because equidistant. So first thing we know, OP is perpendicular to AB and OQ is perpendicular to CD. Because they are equidistant, so it has to be perpendiculars. And they are equidistant means we know that OP is equal to OQ. So what we are verifying? Whether chord AB is equal to chord CD. That is what we want to prove or verify. Okay. So to prove or to verify whether chord AB is equal to chord CD. If that we can verify, then we will accept the theorem that equidistant chords are equal. Okay. So now again for that we will need some construction. and we will use our previous knowledge again. What is the previous knowledge? We know that AB is a chord and OP is drawn perpendicular to AB from the center. So therefore OP will bisect AB. So P is the midpoint of AB. That means we know AP is equal to PB. Similarly, we know that Q is the midpoint of CD and QD is equal to CD. This also we know. Now let us consider again join OB and OD. Okay, so now what we have to check, what we have to prove, whether chord AB is equal to chord CD or not. Okay, now in order to prove that, we have to already we know that PB is equal to QD. Okay, now we know that PB is half of AB and we know QD is half of CD. Sorry, we know that P is midpoint of AB, that means PB is half of AB. We also know QD is half of CD. Okay, now if we can prove that PB is equal to QD, that means we will be able to prove that half of AB is equal to half of CD. So if half of AB is equal to half of CD, then AB is equal to CD. That is what is our plan. So in order to do that, we will again prove that these two triangles are congruent. So for that, first of all, construction, join OB and OD. Now, from the previous knowledge, that is, we know that since OP is perpendicular to AB, P is midpoint of AB, and since OQ is perpendicular to CD, Q is midpoint of CD, and this much we know from our previous knowledge. So let us write it that OP is perpendicular to AB implies P is midpoint of AB. Okay, and OQ is perpendicular to CD implies, okay, what does it imply? That OQ is perpendicular to CD means Q is midpoint of CD from our previous knowledge. And what is the reason for this? The reason is the perpendicular from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. Okay. Now, we also know that they are equidistant. Okay, so from that we know that OP is equal to OQ because it is given to us that equidistant chords, they are equidistant chords. So now let us prove that these two triangles are congruent. Now which two triangles we have to consider? Consider a triangle OPB and triangle OQD. Now in these two triangles we know that they are equidistant, that means OP is equal to OQ. So OP is equal to OQ. What is the reason? Equidistant chords given, or we can say chord AB and CD are equidistant. That is what is already given to us, equidistant chords. Okay, equidistant from the center of the circle. Now the next what we have, we already know that OB is equal to OD, that is the radii of the circle. Okay, now I am continuing here. Here already we have proved OP is equal to OQ, that is we know, that is given to us. Now the second thing that we know is OB is equal to OD. Why? Radii of the same circle. So OB is equal to, we have to always keep in mind in which order we have written the triangle, and we must write the same order the parts. So OB is first is OPB, so we must write OB is equal to OD. The reason is radii of the same circle. And we also know OP is perpendicular to AB, so this angle is 90 degree, this angle is also 90 degree. That is angle OPB is equal to angle OQD is equal to 90 degrees, that is given because we are already told equidistant chords. So equidistant means the perpendicular distances, so that means they are perpendicular. So according to these 3 points, that is we have already proved OP is equal to OQ because they are equidistant. Now we have proved this angle is equal to this angle 90 degree because they are perpendiculars, and we have proved that these two sides are equal. So hypotenuse, right angle and one side. So that means RHS. So they are congruent. Therefore triangle OPB is congruent to triangle OQD by RHS test. So therefore PB is equal to QD. Why? Because they are corresponding sides of congruent triangles. So implies PB is equal to QD. Reason, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. But what is PB? Half of AB. What is QD? Half of CD. How did we come to know from this? That since OP is perpendicular to AB, P is midpoint of AB. So that means PB is half of AB. Similarly, OQ is perpendicular to CD, therefore Q is midpoint of CD from our previous theorem. Okay? Therefore, half of AB, PB is nothing but half of AB. So half of AB is equal to half of CD. So that means AB is equal to CD. Okay, so we have proved that AB is equal to CD. So that means if the chords are equidistant from the center, then the chords will be equal. So we have proved that what is stated in this theorem is true. Okay, so according to this theorem, which is a converse, again I repeat, is a theorem that we learnt in part 3. This is a converse to it. Now according to this theorem, equidistant chords from the center of a circle are equal. Now let us revise once again all the four theorems that we have learned under chord properties part 1 to part 4. Okay. Now we have learned that the line joining the center of the circle to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord, or this can be stated, the line which is drawn from the center of a circle bisecting a chord is perpendicular to it. The second that we learnt in part 2, which is again converse of theorem that we learnt in part 1, is the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. Then in part 3 we learnt equal chords are equidistant from the center of a circle. In part 4 we are learning the converse of the previous, that is in what we learned in part 3, that is if the chords are equidistant then they will be equal, which we say equidistant chords from the center of a circle are equal, or sometimes in short we say equidistant chords are equal, or the previous one we say equal chords are equidistant. Is that very clear, children? Okay.